Here at Rutgers, we're doing something that's never been done before. We're building an underwater robot, and we're sending it on an autonomous voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. We can't do this on our own. We're going to need help. Our glider team has students from all different departments, and we start them off in their freshman year. They learn how to build the gliders, how to get them ready to go in the water, deploy them, run them while they're out there, and then recover them. The students here are the future. This is our glider lab. Here's where we build the gliders and get them ready for going to sea. So what are you guys doing right now?
We're basically fitting the battery pack for the payload bay.
You guys got a big task ahead of you. Do we have enough power to make it? If we do, we'll be the first to cross. That's historic. Nobody's done that before.
The oceans are changing constantly.
And during your lifetime, it's going to change even more.
The data is really important because it's telling us all about our oceans, and it can tell us how fast our climate's changing.
It's not just what you learn in the classroom. It's fun to learn how to work with people. You don't have just scientists. We had the robotics people and engineers. We had writing students helping us. I started October of my freshman year, so 2-3 months into my college career, I was working at a global project. I just started pulling apart, and they were just surprised that not only was it a student that I was able to do it, being a female too in this field is really exciting.
Just in the 6 months that I've been here, I feel, more confident all around these things than I could imagine I would.
I think it is absolutely incredible that as a sophomore in college, I have the ability and the access to touch equipment that people in other parts of the world who have their doctorates can't even dream of touching. And I'm doing something that very few people around the world are doing.
I'm really excited, but I'm also really worried about it. Something that you worked on so hard, sending it out there, if it's lost, it kind of stinks. So you always worry about it, but it's also very exciting and everything we get to learn.
You get a very one-on-one relationship with your professors and the people you work with.
Are we the most awesome glider group in the world? Have we done 165 missions, more than NASA space shuttle?
It's really a pleasure to know that they do appreciate us being there.
Since this is a big school, it was good to be somewhere where it was a small group.
Basically, we're just testing to see if the glider's working or not.
We were surprised to see how well she's calculating her velocities.
I am stoked.
It's getting exciting.
I guess what I like about it is the variety of people that you get to interact with. And they all have different ideas. They have new ways of doing things that I've never thought of myself.
It's a totally different experience with hands-on. I mean, you have to apply what you know to something that's real.
So the problem with the glider right now is it's spinning in circles, and we don't know why. So what we're doing is a couple of different tests to see if we can get the glider to fly more efficiently.
Our professors don't want us to use their knowledge and their thought process as their crutch, and instead they have given us the tools and the resources to come to our own conclusions.
You can learn in the lab, but it's best to actually do it hands-on in the field. I went to Indonesia doing biological research, but I also went to Antarctica, and there we were looking at phytoplankton, but I also got time to kind of learn about how to use the gliders.
I ended up going to Norway, where we wanted to eventually study how the Arctic was changing due to global climate change.
We went to California, and we were all able to show our different technologies and work with our robots.
RU-27 was recovered at 4 in the morning. It was a long night, but it was an exciting night.
I think we can say the bear is in the igloo.
We try to teach them how to communicate. It's an important time for the scientists to be able to communicate the challenges of climate change to the public.
When we were walking RU-27 into the Department of Treasury, I felt like I was famous, like we were carrying this celebrity with us.
I guess you could say I was overwhelmed in a sense because we were going to such a monumental place to display our glider and to tell everybody about what the glider is.
With 27's mission, it really showed the potential that gliders have for dealing with science issues.
Those same tools that we use for RU-27 are now being used in the Gulf to coordinate the glider fleets that are responding to the oil spill.
For the most part, we're checking to make sure that the oil hasn't been moving around subsurface.
It changes how we can do oceanography. We'll still go out in ships like we've been doing for hundreds of years, but now we have new tools that we can use. It's going to change the face of oceanography, the people that can be oceanographers now. I think that's the biggest contribution we can make. That's what I'm most proud of.
How many people can say they were part of the team that sailed the first robot across the Atlantic Ocean? It's really cool.
I've also learned to have confidence in myself. I definitely would not be where I am if it wasn't for the experience and the leadership that I've had from my professors.